I just wanted to make this video because as much as I like to try and be frugal, well, sometimes I get my little hiccup. So this is, yesterday I told you about this place that I went to, Chandler's Place. They have really good food. And I ordered, look at this, egg white turkey cheese wrap, $8.95. And then I also ordered, what else did I order? The corned beef egg wrap. So 9 plus 9, right? Equals 9 plus 9 is $18. So, and when I got this, I got the bill and it was like $21 for this. And I totally forgot that when I spoke to them yesterday, they said they raised the prices. So it's not $8.95, it's $9.95 each. And then afterwards, right, I thought like, oh man, I really wanted to try that salad from yesterday. So yesterday, I saw this, the Asian salad with grilled chicken, $7.95. Okay, so let's round this to 8. And then I saw this homemade dessert. I was looking at the reviews and they said the key lime pie was really good. So I thought 8, how much is so like maybe $8 plus the dessert. Maybe that would be like $4 or so. That's what I thought, $4, but it actually came out to $16. So this thing came out to $16 for this pie and this salad, and this is not including tip as well, so I left a $2 tip. And I just wanted to make this stream for you guys because if you guys are traveling, I would say it's not only important to get like the cheaper options. Oh, by the way, this is corned beef. This is going to sound really stupid, but when I'm in Hawaii, when I think of corned beef, I think of corned beef hash. So I really thought this was going to be corned beef hash, not corned beef. It is a little tough, as you can see, but what I'm trying to get at is this. If you are going about and getting food from a place, I would say, be mindful about the cost because this cost really adds up. So this was $21 together. I think it was like $21. And then this one I know was like 18. So 21 plus 18 is $39 for food. And I just thought like, holy crap, Erica, this is so freaking expensive. Now, I was planning to eat this as lunch or eat this as snack because yesterday, I went downstairs and I saw the salad at they had this pitiful salad at the marketplace and it was $14 and I was like, oh hell no, I'm paying $14 for that itty bitty skimpy looking salad. I mean, if you're at the Hyatt, we're staying at the Hyatt, it's like a $200 a night hotel. They're probably thinking if you can afford a $200 a night hotel, you can definitely afford a $14 skimpy freaking salad, like the hotel markup. So right, yes, this kind of sucks that this came out to, was this like $16 each? I don't know how the hell it came out to $16 because I figure, right, if the salad was $8, right, that means that Florida tax I think is like 6% or so. See, so maybe it was, instead of $7.95, it's $8.95, so let's round that to 9. And then I guess the pie was like $6. But yeah, they didn't have the price over here, and that was my little mistake. So always ask for prices before you purchase because as I said, right, I did not know that after I got the order, I was like, whoa, that's a really expensive order, in my opinion. So just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm going to go back to budgeting. I'm going to see what I can do in the future to keep the freaking food costs low because waking up, and I know people would say this sounds really terrible for me, but spending like $50-$60 on food every day or so, it's like, I wish it was cheaper. We don't spend $60 on food by far in New York. I mostly eat at home, and if I do, it's like grass-fed beef or sardines and things like that. That's yours? Yeah, it is tasty.
Thank you.
By the way, since we are in Florida, I got a key lime pie, and we have to share a little bit. It's supposed to be the best
I
key
can't
lime
afford that,
pie.
I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
But it's the best key lime pie in town. Do you want to try it? Well, how many times are we in Florida? Can you try a bite at least?
Maybe.
Okay, thank you.
When did the book start with no? What does maybe mean?
Huh? It's your little foot in the door kind of thing. So yeah, downstairs I sent you a picture in the community post about how expensive I think it's like one salad downstairs like $14. It's like the breakfast stuff. I was like, oh hell no, I'm
You're a
not
rapist.
right. Oh, don't say that on my stream. But see, so I don't know what I think this came out to $9 bucks. the salad, which isn't that bad. But there's something. I guess this little piece was like $5-6. I don't know. But just make sure you know the price and don't be afraid. I should have asked for a receipt. And I know people will say like, oh, why do you ask for a receipt? I like to see the total of it. Like if I pay $5 for something or $6 for it, I don't mind like seeing the price on the receipt, but it's like I want to make sure that I'm charged right, because after I got the food, right, I thought to myself like, was I overcharged? I don't think so. But no, there is no grocery stores. We're at Coral Gables, and that's a pretty expensive-ish touristy place. So but Lewis originally wanted, what was the place that you wanted to stay at? The $92 hotel?
Broad something.
The Broad something.
I arranged by lowest price and I clicked the first one.
Yeah, but then we saw it and they
stars.
said, huh?
You can't read the reviews.
So
if
1
you
2-star
reviews,
hotel.
you won't stay there.
Yeah, so it said broken elevator. I think they said no shampoo, no hot water.
I wash my hair with soap and soap.
What? No.
Who needs hot water? It's Florida. It's 90 degrees already.
Yeah, and well, still, I mean, like, I don't want to stay in a 1 or 2-star hotel. What? It's true. Like, I have no problem with the Red Roof Inn, but I mean, like, staying at, like, the cheapest hotel, and it looks, like, kind of dingy, and you don't have, like, you have to, like, you have to possibly carry your luggage up multiple flights of stairs. Like,
That's
I get,
what you have me for.
You get what you pay for, huh?
That's what you have me for.
What? No, I mean, like, I carry my own luggage.
You save on the gym, so instead of me having to do squats this morning at a hotel gym, I would have just carried your stuff up the stairs.
You sure? Because I'd be like, I carried my luggage to the car. See?
Yeah, but that's because you grab it before I can.
Oh, whatever.
You did the same thing that I do, which is you're impatient. I want to do it right now.
No, I mean, like, I want to pack. I wanted to pack because I don't like making sure that we're like super rushed. You see, so like if I know we're an hour behind schedule and we have to make 2 trips, I'll make 1 trip to pack my stuff down, and then that way when we leave, right, it's not like a cluster.
Can anyone notate the habit of an Apple user that's on screen right now? I shouldn't say an Apple user. The habit of one of my customers.
What? Eating on top of the laptop?
My laptop is Erica's plate. But luckily,
it's a ThinkPad. Yeah, it's a ThinkPad. I mean, it looked like a great heating pad for my
Everybody watching, I want you to have these habits, and I want you to make sure that your water is right next to your breakfast.
Well, you know what? I mean, like, this ThinkPad, in my opinion, is so rugged that, well, I don't have the water next to my breakfast. Look at that. So yeah, this was how was your sandwich?
Everybody downstairs has ThinkPad P50s and T-series laptops.
Yeah, you know why? That's because do you know why they have that?
Because a 5-star hotel, girl.
Huh?
5-star hotel.
Well, they just they're trying to cut costs somewhere, so that's why they just have that. What? Why are you poking me? You want me to get up?
No, because you.
I'm not a big fan of the
my ThinkPad.
I am. Well, you know what? Let's talk about. Does anybody get hyped up about the newest ThinkPad? No. Nobody gets hyped.
I get an erection for the newest ThinkPad.
How old is this computer?
4 years.
4 years. Okay,
Actually,
so
5 now.
Yeah, so ThinkPad, in my opinion, and people will give me so much crap about it. I think it's such a like. Why would I want this plastic brick over here? I like my aluminum. I like my smooth thing kind of thing. It's like a person who has like a Mercedes Benz. The difference is that like I use my laptop every single day except for here when we're traveling. I've barely been on my laptop. Huh? Doesn't matter. No, it's fine. But yeah, it's just like that kind of stuff. So, yeah, like I love using my laptop. My laptop is the one thing that I will not skimp out on because it provides me so many hours of entertainment and knowledge. And I was reading up about like bone cancer today. I woke up at like 5 a.m. I was reading about bone cancer, and I did not know this, but did you know bone cancer typically it's not like a separate kind of cancer? It's actually like if you had cancer originating from your kidney. If the kidney cancer spreads, then it gets into your bone, so it's an affected area. So it's still it's called bone metastasis. I don't know, but bone mets. And what it can do is that you can either have bone where okay, so this is getting way off topic, but I'll just say it anyway. So when you have your bone, if you have bone cancer, you can either end up with holes in your bone, which is extremely painful, Or alternatively, your bone can start growing outward and you end up with these like spikes. And can you imagine having basically something cutting into your flesh from the inside out? Oh, it's really gross. But yeah, so when you have bone cancer, the calcium can leach out of your bone because your calcium is stored in your bones, and if you have too much calcium inside of your bloodstream, you end up in a coma. So I think that's what happened to my uncle because he had bone cancer that originated from his kidney, and the tumor was the size of the orange. So, yeah, I know nobody asked for this kind of stuff, but I found that it was really interesting, and it made me more aware. I was thinking, how did he lose consciousness? I'm not understanding. If they didn't induce him in a coma, how could have that happened? And I really think the bone cancer, from what I was told, just advanced to the point where his bones were leaching out calcium, and that caused him to have some issues and things like that.
I think the more you read about that, the more sad you may become.
No, it makes me more aware about cancer because it's actually not uncommon for people to have cancer to end up with bone cancer because the bone is right next to a lot of the organs, right? So if the cancer is spreading, like some of the places where cancer can spread easily is like in your digestive organs, and then your lungs, and then also your bones. So yeah, once you have bone cancer, like that is one of the most painful ways of dying. I'm not kidding you guys. Like if I had bone cancer, I'd probably look into death with dignity. It's like that bad. It's really bad.
You drop a think pad on
Huh?
you. I drop a think pad on
No. Yeah, but then I could
you.
get
Death
really
with
seriously
dignity.
injured. No, no, you know what I mean. I mean, it's talking about like euthanasia and stuff like that. So yeah, so I just like reading more about this stuff, and I feel sad because the more I'm aware about how terrible cancer is, the the more I'm horrified for the people who are undergoing cancer, and for the doctor. And I know this is, like I said, I know this is getting so off topic, you guys, but for the doctor who told my uncle that he had a good chance of living, the more I read about, like once I heard he had bone cancer, I was so worried. But again, you guys know, like if you saw my stream where I was crying when I first heard the diagnosis, I thought, okay, well the doctor says he has a good chance. If I had known what I know now about a lot of people passing away like stage 4 cancer with bone cancer issues, I would have rushed my butt over to Hawaii to see him in person. But I really thought he had at least like a year or two to live or so. I thought he was gonna be okay. Yeah, it is scary. Oh, hello, you guys. It is scary to know how fast cancer can spread. And it saddens me a lot because it's like I said, if you have bone cancer, I don't want to, I like if you guys ever find that you guys have bone cancer, I truly, truly hope that, well, first of all, I hope that it's under control. From what I've been hearing, the only way to control bone cancer is through radiation, and there's only so much the bone can recover. Like once the bone has a break or something, like it sounds like you're kind of screwed. Like if you have holes in there, there's a chance that if you stop the cancer, it can like rebuild itself, from what what I've been reading. Okay, not 100%, but if it's like to the point where your like arm bone is disintegrating, that's really bad. And that's why you see some people with advanced bone cancer, they actually have to have like a steel rod in their, let's say, forearm, because the cancer just disintegrated all the bone inside of their arm. So yeah, it sounds like there's two kinds of bone cancers. One goes, it makes the bone grow bigger, and then it has these like little pokey sometimes, or then the other one causes holes in there, and then your bone just gets weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And yeah, so it's not good. It's not good at all. And I hope that there's a cure for it. And I really think, we have so much focus on breast cancer. Then I really think bone cancer is the one people really need to hear about, because if you have bone cancer, and I've said this before, pain patches cannot stop it. It's like 30% of the pain or less, because it's like the pain is not just your nerves, it's like your freaking bone. So it can feel like, someone said they had a biopsy. Someone's girlfriend had a biopsy, and it felt like an apple core was going through her arm, and all they did, it was that painful. So yeah. So anyway, sorry for interrupting you guys, or like I hope you guys weren't eating and then I talk about like bone cancer. But seriously, for anybody who has bone cancer, my prayers are with you. I it does not, yeah, like I hate to say it this way, but it seems like from what I'm reading, radiation is really the only thing to get it under control. I heard that there's chemotherapy. The chemotherapy has a low chance of success, and yeah, the more I hear about cancer, the more it makes me sad, and I feel that, yeah, just of all the cancers, bone cancer is really the worst. That kind of stuff. Yeah. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. So, Competent Man says that they found out a friend had pancreatic cancer in less than 45 days from getting diagnosed. They passed. Yeah. So my uncle was, very fit, very healthy, strong, and 4 months after he got the diagnosis, he passed away.
I
And
really hope that by the time I'm old enough to have cancer, that they've come up with some pill that you take that just
I,
automatically
I
kills
don't know,
cancer.
because the thing is,
Nanorobots that just kill the cancer cells or something.
I don't know, but I have heard that there is an experimental drug that came out within the last 2 weeks that they're saying that maybe it'll just target the cancer cells and not the healthy cells.
Remember the thing that's supposed to be able to profile your specific this treatment that like Northwestern Biotherapeutics came out with like 15 years ago, and they've been trying to get it approved.
I don't
I
know.
don't know how much it works, but the whole idea that they take the cells out of your body, they scan it or some shit, and then they inject something into your body that can tell the difference between cancer and normal cells. Because when you think
Oh, real?
about,
15 years ago? Wow.
I mean, I don't know how much
No
of a
idea.
scam this is. It's not like I understand medical science, but
If you have to think about how far behind we are, when we do radiation and chemo,
Mm-hmm.
our only way of defeating cancer is killing you with the cancer. So we're not just gonna. It's like we're just gonna kill everything.
We
Like,
Yeah, we just hope that your body will bounce back and then the
think about it.
cancer
It's
can.
the difference. It's like the difference between fixing the board by
Yeah.
replacing the one bad chip versus just taking the board and putting it in a reflow oven.
Yeah.
Like what we do
Yeah.
to treat human beings is we put human beings in a reflow oven, literally like a radiation oven.
That's good.
And we're not going to just target the cancer. Literally, it targets all of you. It's so that's why you lose your hair and become weak. It's very
Yeah.
primitive. Our cancer treatments that we have, we're going to look back at this 1 or 2 or 500 years from now and think, wait a second. So when they had a disease, they just burned your whole body. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like radiation is targeted, so they'll target certain areas. But you know what the sad thing to me was? Is like and I know people might find this as like disrespectful that I mention this kind of stuff, but I'm sharing this kind of personal information because for anybody of you who know people who have cancer, if you yourself has cancer, this is stuff that I feel like you really should be aware of. So my uncle, right? He had cancer all over his body, and my family was saying, "Well, why don't you hit every freaking area with radiation? Why don't you just like bang, 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 bang?" And you know what the hospital said? He had insurance, and they said it's too cost prohibitive. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you're really gonna bring up the freaking cost over here? Like, there's only a cap so much. So if you have extensive cancer, it'll get to a point where they're gonna say, yeah, we'll just target even though you have cancer, like a cancer the size of like an orange in your digestive system, we're just gonna target your head and then give you chemotherapy." And I really think, right, this is just my thinking here. I don't know how his scans were, but I kind of wish they targeted the digestive organs first rather than his head, because it sounded like if you have a tumor the size of an orange, right? Shouldn't you handle that first, right, rather than the head? But that's a horrific thing. So my uncle had my uncle was very intelligent, very smart, and for him to just lose a lot of his dignity because of cancer and just have like his mental, he's very mentally sharp kind of thing. That made me think like, wow, I would not have the strength to do that kind of things. 1000% I wouldn't have that kind of strength. And it's just like that testament that he had for living. And ultimately, he lost his battle with cancer, but it's just like it made me very aware of like for cancer patients, like it's like like you don't want to hear, oh, this is going to be too expensive when you have insurance, right? And then the hospital refuses to do that. I mean, I figure like if you have cancer, shouldn't the hospital try to do every freaking thing? Like it just say da 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 da, like don't worry about the cost. You have insurance, yeah. But it sounds like they kind of look at people, and this is just my opinion. They look at people like they look at a car, and they say, is it worth it to do all this kind of stuff because that person might pass away? So they're trying to keep costs down, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, and yeah, it's like instead of doing everything they can, it's just like you don't want to hear about the freaking cost. If your family member is dying, you don't want to hear about like doctors saying cost, right? Like if you did not have any money and you did not have any insurance, like yes, okay, I understand it. But if you have insurance, they should be like, we're gonna do everything we can to save them, and that's it. Like you got insurance, don't worry about it. We'll have this as cancer, but it's terrible. Yeah. I didn't like, like chemotherapy has like a like some people say that chemotherapy has really low success rates. I don't know about that. But that's what I've been hearing. Some people say like radiation is more effective than chemo, but right, my knowledge about cancer is not as extensive as other people. I've also heard some people say cannabis is really good, or whatever the cannabis CBD, THC, whatever that kind of oil is. But then some people say like, yeah, it helps them with their nutrition when if they're not hungry, it helps stimulate the appetite. But other people say it doesn't work anything. Other people say that they tried it and it cured something completely, but other people said like, yeah, it doesn't really help. And then other people say it doesn't help with bone cancer pain as well. So it's like you got to try everything. I guarantee you guys, if I had cancer, I would try every little thing. I would be the first one being all like, I want this and all this medical cannabis kind of stuff. I'd try everything, and then if I felt like I was losing hope or stuff, I would 100% pursue death with dignity, because I am just like, I don't want to feel like I'm just waiting for my heart to stop. And if I get to a point where it's just really like you're just waiting for yourself to decay. Yeah. So yeah. So I will talk to you guys later. I gotta pack. But yeah, I wanted to make this stream, and Louis, thank you so much for being patient with me. I know I go on all these cancer spiels over here.
Thank you for
But
coming
I
on
really-
vacation with me, you beautiful girl.
But
Mwah!
I really just like,
Hey.
there's sometimes like I want to share it with people because I think it can help people a lot, and that's all that really matters. Like it's not my YouTube subscribers, but okay, too much. Okay. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. And again, if you know anybody with cancer, please be there for them, because you don't know how quickly they can pass away. I always assume that they have, if it metastasizes, and it's really not looking good, but you don't know, you don't know. And our time in life is so finite, so we really got to cherish each other and tell each other how much we love them. I'll see you.